Okay, I'll just give it another minute or two just in case anyone else would like to come and join in. Have you noticed how I get nice and calm when I'm teaching Pilates? I've got a more relaxed kind of voice. If you've not seen me before, my name's Shelley, okay? So I've been teaching Pilates, oh my goodness, 10 years, something like that. We're going to teach through all the levels, so if you're a beginner, don't worry, we'll look after you. And then if you're more advanced, then we'll also try and look after you as well. Okay? Beautiful day it's been today. We've been pool hunting. I think half of Ipswich have as well, but there we go. We've managed to order one, we've managed to find one. Two of our neighbours have got, like, directly next door, and then next door got one. They've both got, like, proper swimming pools. If I got really friendly with them, they might let me come around, but social distancing, I suppose we can't really now, but there we go. Nice in theory. Okay. It's salad weather as well. Does anyone else find that? The sun comes out and everyone wants cold food, don't they? So I actually have got salad tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Boiled eggs. Okay, so we will get us in a nice standing position first. Then we will begin to mobilise, begin to gently work the body a little bit, get it ready to go. Then we get down to the floor, and that's where we stay. Okay? So, as I said, there's something for everyone. So if you're a beginner, stay with like your level 1 options. You can always try something higher, and if it doesn't work for you, then just bring it straight back down again. Okay? So nice and upright, standing facing forwards. Toes and knees point forward, shoulders down and relaxed. Make sure then we find our neutral spine. You're just tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards. You're finding the position where your back feels the most comfortable. And that's called your natural lordotic curve, okay? Neutral spine. Maintain that from this point on. Pelvic floor, the muscle from within, the one you use to stop mid-flow. Imagine that muscle is attached to a lift, and you're going to draw it up from within as far as you can. Imagine it's a lift going to the 10th floor, coming down to the 5th floor, coming down to the 3rd floor, and leaving it there. So you know you're drawing it up a little bit, but it's not too uncomfortable. Imagine a belt around your middle, 10 notches on your belt. Pull that in, notch number 10, so it's as tight as possible. Comes out to notch 5, out to notch 3, and that's where we leave it. So again, mild tension around the middle of the body that we can maintain. That's the important part, okay? I'll remind you constantly anyway. Holding from the core, neutral spine in place, we then breathe from the rib cage. So you're going to place your hands on the ribs. Don't move your hands, I want you to breathe from the ribs, okay? So take a deep breath in, lateral thoracic breathing, and release. Nice deep breath in, and release. Good, relax the arms down. So we begin just to mobilise the body a little bit. Just start by pedaling through your feet. I forgot what it was called there. Just pedaling the feet one side to the other. Allow those shoulders to gently rotate in one direction and the other direction. Place your feet down, lift up onto the toes, and gently release. Good. All the way up, lengthen, and release. One more time, just lift up, lengthen, and release. Well done. You're just going to take a big step forward with one leg. You're going to lengthen your back leg, bring yourself forward and down, and then bring yourself back to the center. Change sides. Step forward, bringing the body forwards and down, and then coming back to the middle. Now, if that is too much, then just don't go so far, okay? So you can always just come to here if that is enough. And you're just going to do one more on each side for me, please. Lengthening the back leg, always coming back to that central position. And then this time we're going to step out to the side, reach up and over, back into the middle, and then we go the other way. Stretching and lengthening through the side of the body, through the waist. Lovely. Holding it in the middle this time. Toes and knees point forward, arms come up, breathe in. As you breathe out, rotate, keep the hips in place. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, rotate the other way. Breathe in, come back to the middle. So you breathe out, rotate. You breathe in, return. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, return. You're going to do one more to each side for me, please. Last one here. And then you're coming back into the center and releasing the arms. Good. So stand towards the back of the mat, nice and upright. Breathe in, tuck your chin to your chest. Breathe out, begin to gently roll down through your back. You need to soften your knees. Allow your arms to hang and relax like wet spaghetti. Then when you're ready, you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, roll back up, rebuild the spine. Only go as far as comfortable for you. Reset at the top. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, gently roll down. At your lowest point, relax those arms. And gently roll back up. So this time we'll be rolling down to stay down, okay? So breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, roll down. At your lowest point, walk your hands and knees down. You're coming into box position, okay? So from here, making sure the back remains nice and flat, nice and still. Breathe in. Breathe out, push one leg all the way back as far as it will go without dropping the hip. Breathe in, draw the leg back in. Breathe out, push the other leg away. Again, keep everything else still. And then breathe in and return. Level 1, okay? So the leg is just pushing and pulling. Level 2, breathe out to lengthen and raise. Breathe in to lower and draw it back in. Now you've got to make sure that leg is completely straight before it comes up. It lowers with the toe touching the floor first and then drawing it back under. Next level, leg, opposite arm extends along the floor. As you draw the leg back in, draw the arm back in as well. Breathe out to lengthen. Breathe in to return. And your last option, as the leg raises, the opposite arm can also raise. Fingers and toes touch down and then draw back in. So all the time while you're working, your body weight remains central. You're not tilting across. Your back remains flat. Just continuing on for me. Your back remains flat and your core muscles remain in place. You're pushing your leg as far back as you can. If you're lifting, make sure the rest of the body stays still. And then you're drawing it back in. So you should be able to feel a lengthening and a release through the core. And in your swimming, this is called, I'm going to ask you please for one more on each side. And once you've completed those two, at your level, at your pace, you're going to bring yourselves down, forearms and elbows under the shoulders, not the forearms now, but it's just your elbows under your shoulders, forearms down on the mat. Sometimes my brain works quicker than my mouth, sorry guys. From here, look down at the floor. You're going to draw up your pelvis, level 1 leg pull. Knees come up, level 2 leg pull. You're drawing up through the centre of the body. So your belly button is being drawn up towards the ceiling. Keep looking down. That neck has to be in line with the rest of the spine, okay? If you want your level 3, you're coming all the way up. Please be careful your hands do not slip. And level 4, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Alternate the leg. So you've got 4 options. Level 1, knees down. Level 2, knees up. Level 3 and 4, you're up on your hands. The important thing is you're listening to your body. You're using full, deep breaths. And if you do begin to shake or wobble, that's a sign of muscle fatigue, okay? So just rest and then join back in as soon as you can. I would just like 2 more breaths if you're able, please. And once you've completed those 2, you're gently going to lower all the way down onto your front. Good. We're going to take the hands into the small of the back. We're going to bring our legs together and we're going to point the toes away from our body. When you've got the hang of it, when you're understanding what we're doing, then keep your head, your forehead down, okay, to keep the neck in line. Now breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs. Now those legs are together and those toes are pulled away. Your pelvis will push down a little bit, but I want you to draw your belly button up so your core muscles are in place. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, 1, 2, 3, breathe in and lengthen. So you're bringing your heels towards your bottom, double leg kick. Working through the bottom, down the back of the legs, through the hamstrings. Also that core, draw up and in. Forehead down if you can. Breathe in. As you breathe out, 1, 2, 3. Breathe in and lengthen. Only work where you are comfortable. Remember, legs are one unit. If you want to do one leg at a time, that is absolutely fine, okay? Otherwise, keep them stuck together as best you can. And in your double leg kick, please complete 2 more breaths for me, please. And once you've completed those 2, you can relax the legs, you can relax the arms, and when you're ready, please come back to leg pull. Looking down, draw up the pelvis, knees down level 1, up at level 2. Hold and breathe. Strengthen through the core and the lumbar spine. And then you've got your level 3 right up. Again, make sure those hands aren't going to slip. Don't let the pelvis drop. It's got to be that diagonal line from the head down to those heels. Strengthening all the time through the core. Engage the pelvic floor. So draw up, tighten the belt around the middle. Strengthen the core and the lumbar spine. And I'm going to ask you please, in your leg pull, for 2 more breaths. Once you've completed your 2, at your level, you're going to gently lower and you're going to turn onto one side. Okay, so I need you to be in a nice straight line, okay? From the fingers all the way down to the toes. Hand is there for your balance, okay? Core muscles in place. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs. As soon as those legs came up, the obliques, the waist, began to work, okay? So even if you just stayed here and just hold and breathe, you are working your obliques, your core, and your lumbar spine, okay? But if you can, we add a kick. We're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, kick the top leg forwards. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, kick the top leg forwards. Breathe in to return. If that's fine, that's your level 1, okay? Then you're going to take the leg behind you and back to the middle. So only taking the leg back if your level 1 was perfect, okay? Then you're going to have one kick coming forwards, back to the centre, and then it goes behind you and back to the centre. If your hips are rolling, don't make the movements too big, okay? And then if you want, your next option, both legs move. One goes forwards, one goes backwards, and we point the toes away. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Hand is there for balance. If you don't need it, take it away. And then if you're still good, the arm can come over. Point those toes so the body is as long as possible. Keep going for me. Your side kick, okay? Working through the obliques, your waist. You've also got work happening down the sides of your legs and the inner thigh on the bottom leg, okay? As well as the core and the lumbar spine. So I make that 5 different muscle groups already, okay? Deep, full breath, slow, controlled moves. And I'm going to ask you, please, keeping those legs as straight as possible for one more breath. Then those legs come together. I'd like you to keep them together. Keep them as raised as possible. Can you bring them another inch maybe? We're holding them still, so maybe you can take the supporting hand away. Core muscles in. Deep, full breaths. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths here, and then you're going to gently allow those legs to lower. If you need to give that hip a little rub, please do so. And then when you are ready, you're going to push yourself to sit. Okay. You can tell I mean business when I adjust my waistband. Okay, so, and I don't just mean a date with a cake, okay. Legs bent. We're coming into an exercise called the teaser. I was sitting on my sofa the other day and I thought, oh, I haven't done that for ages. So here it is, okay? Shoulders down, relax, lengthen the back, breathe in. Tilt the pelvis under and then raise one leg, point the toes, knees in line with each other. Now you're going to bring the arms out, point the fingers. So your arms are parallel to the legs. You're not allowed to move the arms, you're not allowed to move the leg. You're going to breathe in and tilt, and then you're going to breathe out and come back up without allowing the arms or legs to move. Breathe in and tilt, breathe out and come back up. So this is your level 1. If it's too much, if your leg is like jelly and it's too much, keep the feet down and just do the breathe in and tilt and the breathe out and up. Now if you've got that one leg lifted and you think, yeah, I've got this, I can do more, then you're going to bring the other leg up as well. Breathe in and tilt, breathe out and come back up. Good. Without lowering those legs or those arms, core muscles in and in place. If you've just got the one leg raised, allow it to lower and swap legs. If you've got both legs up, carry on, okay? Deep, full breaths. Knees parallel. If you've just got that one leg lifted, make sure the knees are in line with each other. Chin is off the chest. Strengthen through the core, through the lumbar spine. Don't let yourself drop down, and don't allow yourself to kind of be pulled back up. You've got to control it. Strengthen through the middle of the body. And in your teaser, please complete 2 more breaths, up to 2 more, and then allow your feet one at a time to come back down. Once your feet are down, just check there's nothing behind you, because we're going to take a roll back just to mobilise out your spine. You're going to breathe in, tilt and roll, and then breathe out, come back up, feet come back down. Back to where you started, level 1. Okay, breathe in and tilt, roll back, breathe out, come back up. Don't roll back too fast and hit your head, okay? Level 2, hover your feet above the floor, breathe in, tilt and roll, breathe out, come up. Don't let your legs touch. Breathe in, tilt and roll, breathe out, come back up. And then if you want to go all the way, you're going to cross your legs and you're going to hold your feet. Breathe in, tilt and roll, breathe out, come up. Don't let those legs drop. So this is your crab. So you choose, you've got your roll back at your level. Level 1, feet coming back down each time. Level 2, hover the feet. Level 3, cross them over. Work with one that's comfortable for you. Think about the motion of a rocking chair or rocking horse. That is the motion that you want to create with your back. Gently rolling back, gently rolling up. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more in roll back. And when you've completed your 2, you're gently going to roll yourself back and stay down. Okay? Well done. So from here, I'd like you to bend your legs, feet and knees hips distance apart, okay? Shoulders down and relaxed. Neutral, comfortable spine. Core muscles in place. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring one leg up to a right angle. Don't let the heel drop, okay? Right angle. Knee above the hip, ankle in line with the knee, shin facing the ceiling. Should be able to reach that knee with a small bend. Big bend is too close, can't reach, too far away. Hold and breathe. Your other leg is nice and still. Don't let the knee drop out. Keep the hips parallel. If you want to go further, breathe in. As you breathe out, just lengthen it and hold it still. Knees parallel. Shoulders down, relaxed. If you want to go further, breathe in. Breathe out, come up. Raise the shoulders. Palms above the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chin off the chest. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could keep the leg bent and add the pulse. If you want to go further, you're going to raise the other leg, but you're going to keep it in that right angle. So the original leg is lengthened. The second leg to come up has stayed bent. Don't have to have that leg raised. Don't have to have the body up. You can just maintain that position. Level 1 is here, just hold and breathe. Level 2 is taking it further away. Level 3 is adding the pulse. Level 4 with that other leg. Strengthen the core. Imagine there's a spirit level across your hips, yes? Bubble of air, central and still. And I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths in your level. Once you've completed your 2, if your upper body is raised, lower it down. If you've got both legs lifted, your bent leg returns down. Bend your other leg, place the foot down. When you're ready, breathe in, breathe out, lift the other leg up, right angle. You can stay here, absolutely no problem at all. We'll move on to the next level, breathe in, breathe out to lengthen, and hold. Knees parallel, core muscles engaged. Is your neutral spine, is your comfortable back still in place, guys? Then if you want to add the pulse, bring up the upper body, breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chin off the chest. Don't make that a big pulling movement. Just make it from the arms, push the palms down. Then if you want to go all the way, the other leg is coming up, but keeping it bent at right angle. The levels are there. Have a go with them, see which one suits you. Remember, you can have that leg lifted straight or bent, okay? Bent is going to make it slightly easier, with or without the pulse. Core muscles engaged. Deep, full breaths, guys. Don't hold your breath. Draw up, draw in. And I'm going to ask you please, in your 100, For 2 more breaths. If you've got both legs lifted, bent leg comes down, upper body comes down, leg comes back to bent, foot returns down. So we're back to our base position, knees and hips nice and still, core muscles in place, breathe in, breathe out, lift one leg. Keep the leg bent at a right angle, breathe in, as you breathe out, touch the foot down, breathe in and lift the leg back to where it started. Breathe out, touch the foot down, breathe in, bring it back up. What you mustn't do is move from the knee. Your movement comes from the top of the leg through the hip flexor. So you're breathing out to lower through the top of the leg and breathe in to lift it back up. If you want to work harder, the other leg can come up and you can alternate those legs. Only alternating if you've got both legs lifted. If you've just got the one leg raised, you're going to do 2 more with that leg, then you'll return the foot and you'll bring the other leg up. Now if you have got both legs up and you're doing one leg at a time, your next option, as you breathe out to lower, the other leg is already coming up, so they're crossing each other, it's scissor, okay? Breathe out to lower, breathe in to change. Coming into that right angle, don't move the knee, okay? From the top of the leg, core muscles zipped up, pulled in. If you've got both legs lifted and you're doing that alternating movement, your final option, just lift up the shoulders and hold it still. Keep those legs at right angles. Breathe out to lower, breathe in to raise. And I'm going to ask you please, just for 2 more breaths, scissor, strengthening through the core and the lumbar spine. Once you've done those 2, 1 foot at a time carefully comes down, and then lengthen out, give yourself a nice long body stretch. Well done. So you're going to carefully make your way over onto your other side, lengthening that body out into a nice long line. Point the fingers, point the toes, rest your head on the arm. Hand is there for your balance. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs up without rolling those hips. Breathe in. As you breathe out, top leg kicks forwards. As you breathe in, return. Everything else is still whilst that leg moves, okay? Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Then you're going to allow that leg to come back. Got a cramp in my foot. Good. And then to the middle. So that leg's going to go behind you and then back to the middle. Then you've got the option. Top leg comes forward. Top leg goes backwards. Bottom leg remains still. Last option. Top and bottom leg moving at the same time. One going forwards, one going backwards, but making sure you haven't rolled your hips. If you don't need that supporting hand, take it away. Maybe you can take it all the way over. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Keep that body as lengthened, as long as possible. Deep, full breaths. And in your side kick, working your obliques, inner, outer thigh, your core, your lumbar spine. Any more? Probably. Your hip. I'm going to ask you please, at your level, and your level could be just holding those legs still, I'm going to ask you for 1 more breath, then keep those legs lifted, held, and still. Now those legs aren't going anywhere, so you might feel you could take the supporting hand away. Keep that body lengthened from the fingers to the toes. Pull up, pull in through the core. Can you get them a little bit higher? Well done. And then a little bit more if you can without rolling those hips. And release. Well done. Just bring those knees in. Curl yourself into a fetal position. Well done, guys. We could just have a little snooze now, couldn't we? Just half an hour before dinner. Oh, that'd be lovely. But then the dinner wouldn't get cooked. I know, I know, I know. Bring yourself round. Box position. Gonna take a couple of nice cat stretches just to ease out the back, okay? Breathe in, round the spine, chin to the chest. Breathe out and release. Breathe in, round the spine, chin to the chest. Breathe out and release. Sit back on the heels, stretch out the arms. Length around the glutes and around the shoulders. Well done. And then from there, bring yourself to box position. We are going to be making our way to stand, guys. So if you need to hold on to anything, please move towards whatever it is, okay? Chair or unit, anything like that. So from here, just push yourself back into a crouched position. Please tuck your chin into your chest. Place your feet down. And then gradually, in your own time, begin the process of rolling up through your back. Rebuild your spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Allowing the head and the neck to raise last. So we find ourselves back into that nice lengthened upright posture. We've engaged our core muscles. We're going to try and keep them engaged for the rest of the day. We're going to try and keep our neutral spine in place for the rest of the day. Just lift up onto your toes. Are you balanced? And release. Try and keep that even distribution of weight through both feet. Lift up onto the toes. Are you balanced? And release. One last time. Lift up, balance and hold. And then just close your eyes and see if you can still balance. And release. Well done, well done, well done. So that's your Pilates for today. Tomorrow, what have we got tomorrow? Tomorrow, let me grab my book. The timetable is on the Facebook page anyway, but tomorrow morning we start with combat hits, so very different to Pilates. And then you've got your legs, bums and tums at 4 o'clock, okay? We are back with Pilates on Friday at 10. There are some Pilates videos on YouTube, so if you want to, you can always visit YouTube and try a couple of those. That's it. So hopefully you've had a lovely day. The sun's been shining, which makes everyone feel better, doesn't it? Get your fix of vitamin D, get out there, rehydrate, stay safe in the sun, stay safe in general, and we'll take care and we'll see you soon.